Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Mary Elena Balcom Miller, age 73, of Hansville, will be tomorrow at 12 noon at Hansville Funeral Home Chapel. Scott Arnold will officiate with interment in Hopewell Cemetery. The family will receive friends tonight from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Ms. Miller passed away Wednesday at Coleman Regional Medical Center. Funeral services for Elisha Samuel Duke, age 16, of Hansville, will be held tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Hopewell Baptist Church. Shane Wolf officiating. Interment in Gins Cove Cemetery. The family will receive friends Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. at Hopewell Baptist Church. Hansville Funeral Home is directing. Mr. Duke passed away on Wednesday at Children's Hospital. Funeral services for Bessie Jones, age 97, of Baileyton, will be at 2 p.m. at Baileyton Methodist Church with interment at Baileyton Cemetery. The body will lie in state for 1 hour prior to service. Holly Pond Funeral Home is directing. Ms. Jones passed away on Wednesday at Hansville Nursing Home. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Welcome to Today on 2, brought to you by Premier Bank. It is Friday, the 16th day of August, halfway through August.
I know.
School starts
Monday. School starts Monday. I hope you're ready.
Which means football starts in a couple of weeks.
Yes, and I'm ready for that too.
Okay, let's start with the weather forecast. Weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Let's start with the weather almanac for today. The average high temperature remains at 92. That's our average temperature for this day. The average low is 66. The record high, again, set in the summer of 2007. It got up to 106. The record low, 52 in 1979. Sunset, 7:33. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:10. There's the satellite picture showing you what's going on around the country. Noticeably cooler weather in not only our part of the country, but other parts as well. Here's our forecast for today. We do have a slight chance of rain, otherwise partly sunny today with a high near 80. Isn't that something? Near
Woohoo,
80,
big 80, yeah.
For the middle of August instead of around 90-something. Cloudy tonight, slight chance of rain, low of 63. Tomorrow, a little bit better chance of rain, otherwise partly sunny. High of 82, 84 on Sunday, 83 Monday. Starting to warm up a little bit more on Tuesday and Wednesday, getting back into the upper 80s. But enjoy this cooler weather. We have in our studio a number of former football players and football coaches.
Yeah.
And I imagine that practicing this time of year, they didn't have too many days with a high around 80.
Maybe the football coaches ordered this weather.
I would say so. At least the players would. Well, let's talk about Labor Day weekend, which is now coming up in a couple of weeks, and the Sweet Tater Festival
has a new location at Smith Lake Park. They'll be there Sunday from 1 to 4 and Monday from 8 to 3. But they are looking right now for arts and crafts vendors. You can be there for only $35 for the two-day event, and that is a deal if you're an arts and crafts vendor. They'll also have entertainment for the whole family. Check out their website at sweettaterfestival.com. And do we have some art today?
Yes. We have another cartoon to show you the evolution of the Sweet Tater
Honest
character.
Tractor.
Yes, now remember the last couple of days, he was farming and he had a hoe.
Okay.
Okay, in 2009, he bought a tractor.
Bought a tractor. Whoa, big time.
We're doing serious farming now. And we will continue with the evolution of the Sweet Tater guy next week.
Next week, okay.
Get him all the way up to 2013 and see what's going on this year. But yeah, we got him a tractor now. Looks like a red farmall. You're not into tractors.
I am not into brands of tractors. Sorry.
Ted's my expert. Wasn't that a farmall?
Red farmall.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's check our Facebook friend of the day. Who's our friend
Her
today?
name is Ashley Freeman, and she likes HGTV and country music. And Ashley is fortunate to win today a large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Yum. Congratulations, Ashley.
This is Friday. That's politics. The whole gang is here today.
Everybody's in our studio today.
And who's our guest today?
Superintendent Billy Coleman from Coleman County Schools. We want to hear how busy he has been.
That's right. We will continue with Today on 2 with our Know Your Merchant ads and give away some prizes right after this.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
I don't know.
Welcome back to Today on 2. It's time for our merchant ads. Let's see what we have to give away for today. We have coffee from Gelato Joe's in the Warehouse District, and at the same location you find KSW colored salts at their end at Rumor's Deli. And we have 2 of those gigantic cupcakes from Frosting's Bakery. You cannot possibly eat both of them. You need to take a friend.
Don't challenge me, because I can eat.
I have a tough time getting through one, let alone 2. But anyway, those are our prizes for today. We'll ask you a question about one of our ads. Let's start with our merchant ads for today. Starting with Cotton State Barns of Coleman, located on Highway 278 West, just past the interstate. No credit check, you're approved for carports, playsets, utility trailers, or storage buildings.
The Busy Bee Cafe is home of the original breaded burger. Come and check out their dinner time from 2 to 9 on Friday and Saturday. A great location with live music. That's the Busy Bee Cafe.
And Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, sandwich plates, ribs, salads, and more, homemade sides each and every day, located on Highway 278 at the Berlin Quick Stop.
Earl's Body Shop was voted Best Towing Service, and David and Diane and all their employees want to thank everyone for this honor. Large and small towing available, local or long distance. They're on Highway 31 North in Coleman. Earl's Body Shop.
And the Teacher Supply, across from the Coleman Cemetery, classroom materials, decorations, teacher resources, educational supplies, over 25,000 items at the Teacher Supply.
Triple Berry Brownie is the blizzard of the month at Dairy Queen. It has strawberry, raspberry, and blackberry puree with chewy brownie pieces and chocolate chunks. And I'm enjoying the $5 lunch too.
It's a good deal. You can take a friend at that price. Be Fit, now open, an exercise place. There's no contract, $50 a month. Personal trainer is included, right next door to Renard's Gallery.
Borden Family Pharmacy has Dr. Comfort diabetic shoes. They are the finest quality diabetic footwear, period. That's at Borden Family Pharmacy.
And Mr. Hicks Menswear, where you can get suits and sport coats made to your measurements, or you can buy off the rack as well in regular, big, and tall sizes at Mr. Hicks Menswear.
Tires for Less is more than just tires. Greg and the guys can take care of your oil changes, minor engine repairs, shocks, and brakes. See them on 2nd Avenue North, just past 157. That's Tires for Less.
Well, we'll see how observant you are. On the last ad, Tires for Less, what are the two brands of tires that we show in the picture?
Oh,
What are the two brands?
Attention. Yeah.
Yes, two of the brands they sell at Tires for Less. 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. And of course we have coffee from Gelato Joe's, KSW Colored Salt, and two cupcakes from Frosting's Bakery. And we'll take your telephone call right after we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
I am Rusty Payne of Premier Bank of the South. One of my favorite opportunities at the bank is to help customers save money for their future needs. It is important that funds be set aside for future needs, such as retirement years, unexpected medical bills, or many other home purchases or any other unexpected bills that occur. The bank offers customers a variety of ways to save money, such as individual retirement accounts and savings accounts that all pay interest. We work with our customers to help them choose the best option available for them to set aside money as they are able to help provide a comfortable, trouble-free future. We at Premier Bank of the South are ready to serve you and look forward to seeing you soon.
Two 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. The question we had for today, what are the brands available at Tires for Less, brands of tires we're talking about? Hello, who's calling?
This is Richard Brown.
And from where are you calling, Richard?
Good Hope.
From Good Hope. Okay, what are the brands of tires they sell at Tires for Less?
Bridgestone and Firestone.
You got that
Very
right.
good.
Way to go, Bridgestone and Firestone. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. Bridgestone and Firestone tires. Let's look at the rest of our merchant ads right now. And this time we start with Auto Tech, auto repair and service in the Vinemont area. They're located between Ridgecrest Community Church and the Super Saver.
Mullins Body Shop. You've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing, and you can count on them today. Call Sonny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at Mullins Body Shop.
Brown & Company Beverages, a specialty wine and beer store. They have the Beer Cave, they have specialty items, a large variety of domestic and imported wine and beer at the beer store.
Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore just down the road. Browsers are always welcome. You can visit with Deb and Dee. Used books are half price every day. New books are 20% off every day.
Grand Point Pharmacy, the home of Two Old Goats. And you can register for $100 teacher giveaway. That's at Grand Point Pharmacy on Highway 31 North.
Day passes are available to check out the fitness opportunities at Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. They have pools, a fitness center, an indoor rubberized walking track, every opportunity you need.
Baldwin Counseling Center, Dr. Howard Rogers can help you with weight loss, individual and family counseling, lifestyle coaching. Help is a phone call away. Call Dr. Howard Rogers for an appointment. There we go with our merchant ads for today. We have a lot of birthdays to tell you about.
Absolutely.
Starting with today, the 16th day of August.
Right. We're wishing happy birthdays to Kelly Warren, Joseph Hall, Bree Hall, and Frankie Mayo. And let's see, for Saturday, Lisa Murphy, Brenda Tilley, Jeremy Trimble, and Donna Johnson. And on Sunday, Verna Jackson, Andrea Maherg, Jane Wells, Tammy Reed, and Marlon Rainey. Lots of birthdays. And on Friday, we draw to see who's a winner of a Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
Okay, our
Yum.
weekly winner is Jeremy Trimble. And
Jeremy Trimble celebrates tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So you get a double birthday cake there with the birthday cake from Dairy Queen and maybe something at home too.
Yum.
Okay. We'll be back and look at our community billboards and the weather right after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Community billboards are sponsored by Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The Coleman High School class of 73 is planning their reunion for tomorrow night at the Elks Lodge. Call Cindy Sparks Ponder for more information. Sunday, enjoy the music of Wes Hampton at St. John's Evangelical Protestant Church. He'll be in Christ Hall. He was a member of the Gaither Vocal Band, and you will really enjoy that. That's Sunday at 5 o'clock. The Sweet Tater Festival has a new location at Smith Lake Park, getting ready for Sunday 1 to 4 and Monday 8 to 3. But right now they're looking for arts and crafts vendors. Check out their website. Community billboards are available for your organization. Just send us the details. channel2coleman@gmail.com or call us or fax us here at Channel 2.
Our weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Partly sunny today, slight chance of rain this afternoon, a high of 80. Cloudy tonight, slight chance of rain once again, low of 63. Tomorrow, more of the same with a high of 82.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Fire, accident, storm, they all happen in Coleman County. And for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with auto owners. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Karen. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
And welcome to That's Politics. I guess they're waiting for me to start talking. That's usually not a problem. We welcome this morning Mr. Drake, Mr. Burleson, and I welcome our Superintendent of Coleman County Schools, Billy Coleman. Thank you, Billy, for coming.
It's always great to come, and I know one thing's for sure, I'm fixing to laugh. It cheers me up to be with these guys.
Billy, I tell you, you've done a great job with the people. I think they realize that
you
too.
made Coleman County famous.
My
daughter teaches school in Denmark, and she said it. I said, "Did you hear about what's going on in Coleman?" She said, "Well, everybody in Europe heard about that."
Well, it's certainly not me, but it's a great community, and if the world needs to look somewhere, I can't think of a better place to look than Coleman
County.
Yeah,
it'd be a good place to look.
Yeah, that's a
right.
good point. That's a good point, Billy. Did anyone recognize those people from the Freedom from Religion Foundation that Saturday?
Well, I think if you had looked, you probably could have, but the best thing about what happened Saturday, I think, was a prayer event, stayed a prayer event. It was unbelievable. I can't even describe it, how great it was. There was not one crossword. It was not about rights or anything. It was simply about praying for our schools. And there's definitely someone that gets all the praise for that, because it was that kind of event. You probably could have if you would have looked.
Yeah. You know, it seems, I can't think of another issue that has brought to light the point that there are forces in this world who really want to destroy your faith and your confidence. I mean, I thought it was kind of nervy back in the 80s for George Burns to play God. You know what I mean? In that movie, there were a couple of movies. But in the past year or so, there has been such a frontal assault on faith and Christianity in sitcoms. You know, a number of scenarios in sitcoms deal with making fun of Christians in terms of their faith. You know, and it is so bold now that organizations like this Freedom from Religion, they want to take such an aggressive stand that it's contrary to what I believe the majority want, and that is the faith.
Well, let's look at that on a positive side. Sometimes we need a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of things that have happened in this country are because we have such a great life. We become comfortable. We become complacent. We allow things to happen. So from my personal perspective, it was just a wake-up call and an opportunity maybe to take a stand. It's high time that maybe a lot of people feel that way. So I think those elements have always been there. You're right. It's much more bolder than it's ever been. But I think we have to take some responsibility for not standing up for the rights that this country was founded on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We let more foreigners into this country than we have in the last few years that have a different idea of religion than what we do. And they want to, naturally they want to overthrow what kind of religion we got. And that's where a lot of it comes.
I think the one thing that really makes America great is you have the freedom in this country to believe like you want to believe. The thing that we have going for us here, I think, is we don't believe in forcing our faith on others. And I don't believe that, and I think most people certainly don't believe it. It is great in America that you can freely express yourself. But at the same time, the very principles that this country was founded on, those need to be expressed as well. Right. I mean, that it works both ways. And I love the fact that we have freedom, but let's don't make any mistakes. History shows that our country was founded on Christian principles. Right. Prayer was permeated throughout the Continental Congress all the way up till today. That's the facts. And so it's great to believe what you want to believe, but let's don't try to take away the fact that this is a Christian nation.
Right. It seems a bit of hypocrisy to deal with one organization like Coleman County Schools, by means of the fact that this foundation, this group, focused on Coleman County Schools event, and yet our legislature starts every morning in a session, right, Mr. Drake, with a prayer.
I was down there 32 years. We didn't miss a day.
Yeah.
Somebody read the scripture.
It seems like this thing's got to come to a head at some point, because for them to focus on one part of government, that being public schools in one county, I don't know. It's just disconcerting is what it is to me.
Well, I think that when you're trying to take away bits and pieces, you probably try to look at the weakest links, And when you look at, and let's just be honest, as in the big scheme of things, we're a poor, rural southern school system. We don't have a lot of financial resources, and sometimes fear, rightfully so. I mean, we're trying to use these funds to educate our children,
right.
And it's scary. There's a fear factor there, and so I think we're probably the prototypical target, to be aimed at, because we don't maybe have the resources that the federal government would have. You don't go picking on the biggest guy on the playground. So I don't know. I think we're probably typical of that. So maybe the miscalculation was the depth of faith for many people in this county and the unity that created, that might have made us just a bit different.
Yeah.
You know.
Hopefully this won't lead to a lawsuit, and I hope it does not. Right. But if it does, it'll be something tried in Birmingham in a federal court. Is that correct, Mr. Drake?
The way I understand it,
Yeah. And are federal judges appointed or are they elected?
they are appointed.
Oh, gosh.
Well, wait a minute, you're supposed to make me feel good. You're not supposed to make me feel bad.
No, it seems to me the current administration going after liberals, and appointing a lot of liberals. I just wondered, who appoints them, by the way, Tom?
I would guess that the president has something to do with it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
let me say this. We know the law. Well, I know I talk slow, but we know the law, and we believe that we do things within the parameters that the law allows. So you try to do what you think is right. You try to do it within the law, and then you just let the chips fall. So right. I mean, we believe that we have done everything within the bounds that we're allowed to do. And I think there's a great misconception in this country. The law allows for a whole lot more than many people think as far as freedom of religious expression. Well, you can have religious groups meeting before and after school,
right.
With sponsors. You can kids can pray at school at the blessing or at break. They can have Bible studies, graduations speeches that students give if they choose to pray. They can do that. You can have baccalaureate services. Churches are in charge of those things. They're not mandatory. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Right. If you do it in the secular, you can do it in the religious realm.
Yeah.
If you do it in the secular and you don't allow the religious, then you're discriminating against that.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize that. We do know the law, and we think that we're in accordance with the law.
I remember, Billy, in the 5th grade at West Point, Mrs. Howell. Oh, she was my favorite teacher of all of them.
I know.
Mrs. Howell would allow us to read a scripture every morning and have the Lord's Prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance, and those things are so, I know that it still happens, and I'm glad that it does, but it seems like you have so many groups against even a Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
That's true. And some of the things that you talked about through our court system have been challenged, and there are limits to what an employee can do because you don't want to force it.
Right.
So to say it's like it was when Ms. Howell was a teacher, it's not.
Right.
But the law does allow for the freedom of expression to be done, and we just have to work within the parameters that we have. But yes, I mean, it is true, it has changed. The very first public schools were set up to teach kids how to read the Bible.
Yeah.
And we've come to this.
Right.
So there have been changes. I'm not saying there haven't been changes, there have been. And why? Because we've sat back and allowed it to happen.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
We got groups in the United States that want to destroy this government. And I think a lot of it is for that purpose, is to destroy the government. They get a hold here and a hold here and a hold here, and pretty soon they're a majority. See, and
it's very subtle.
Yes.
Billy, will you be in office still whenever the next prayer caravan could happen next year?
Probably not. We're going to an appointed superintendent, and I haven't officially said anything about it, but we want that change to be at the right time, and it would probably be before.
Oh, is that right?
But I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll be there at the caravan. I organize as a private citizen, and I will continue to participate in it as a private citizen.
We always run out of time too quickly, it seems like. Thank you, Mr. Coleman, for coming to visit us this morning.
Always my pleasure.
For today on 2, that's
you
politics.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
Wallace State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. That's the projected number of job openings for trained welders this decade. That's the potential salary for welders trained the Wallace State way with the latest robotic technology for manufacturing. Who will you be? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind.